Hello everyone. Welcome back for another Toonkind at 12 FPS, an evaluation of pride. Fable. Fable, that is such a dope title, by the way. Oh, oh my gosh. My name's Briggs. I'll be playing Johan Klarstein, and of course with me is the wonderful, fabulous Fable.
Hello. Hello, my name is Fable, and today I'll be playing briefly I will be playing Carter Stone Teeth and then moving on to Ansel King. As we all know, is formerly the Antlered King. Oh, it's finally happening.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're coming off the tail end of, oh my gosh, the lion, the fae, and the wardrobe. Um, there were some pretty big spoilers there, so if you haven't listened to that one, I'd probably recommend you go check that one out before listening into this one. Otherwise, there's not much that's going to make sense. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you're here for the ride anyway, welcome. Um,
It's
uh,
worth saying at I listen, if none of y'all want spoilers, go back and listen to that to that one. Lion Faye in the wardrobe. But for this one, there's no avoiding spoilers,
yeah.
as Johan is has offered to the Raven Lord to go talk to someone,
Mm-hmm.
an old I was about to say old friend, but that could
Mm.
not be farther from the truth.
I don't think even acquaintance does it.
Nope, not even acquaintance.
Mm.
Uh, as
Rival?
it was revealed in
Nemesis?
the last one that there was some history between the Raven Lord and the once antlered king. Uh, who
Oh.
just so happened who just so happened that guy happened to know. Johan, you were probably given actually some context uh a little after that whole fun
Uh,
conversation. The
yeah.
reason guy knows Ansel's because back when he was still going as the Antlered King or just Antler, guy had been guy had taken up a job from from him. Uh and had since just been keeping contact with the guy. And guy insists that the dude is super chill, super friendly. He's super nice. You'll like him a lot. But this is also a guy who likes everybody. So take whatever he says with a grain of salt. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm nodding emphatically. Um,
Hmm.
huh. Johann, for his part, for some reason, much better rested than he normally is. Um, Probably arrives to Little Corner via like the teleport system, but he's not heading straight to wherever he's heard. To the castle, the keep, the mayor's residence, if you will. He
Yeah.
is first going to look for, well, he's first going to look for Carter Stone Teeth, because the Stone Teeth and the Clarksteins go way back.
Mhm. And have you sent a letter ahead of yourself to
Yeah,
Carter
yeah,
or?
yeah. It was probably like a paper airplane type letter. So it went
Okay,
straight to
cool.
Carter and went doink.
Okay. So in that case, there's probably someone at the because all the teleporters between towns are manned, and honestly, they probably work a lot like I'll say local like subway systems like
Mm-hmm.
subway stations or something, or train stations as more accurate.
Yeah, just
So there are people. So there's probably someone there who working there who sees Johan recognizes a description given to them and will probably give Johan directions towards the little corner
makes sense.
guard post where Carter where Captain Stoneteeth is waiting for him.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna have Johan roll a bit of perception just
Go for it.
to look around him as he's walking. A 13. Just a general vibes for Little Corner. Does it seem like a nice, happy little community or any?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is a it lives up to it lives up to its name in that it is a small town in this corner of the in this little corner of the world, but you can tell very easily that it is thriving. The people that are there, they're hustling and bustling about their day. A wide range of tunes in real kind, and overall, yeah, the vibe is pleasant little town
Okay, okay.
going about its day.
That that's heartening to see. Um, yeah. Though, it does complicate things because if this Ansel King really is reformed, it's not as simple as like fighting him to like Johan. There he has been like agonizing over this just because
Mm-hmm.
he definitely volunteered to do this, um, and he means intends to go through with it. But at the moment, he doesn't see a path to a resolution that doesn't involve fighting, and he really hopes that it doesn't come to that. Um, so he's gonna go talk. He's gonna arrive at the guard post. I assume it's just like a place where you can just walk in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. There's it looks like trying to think of what it looks like. You're probably not going to see much from the front. Actually, no, because it's a it's a small town guard post, so you see a little bit into the back. But obviously, there's someone at a big at a front desk, uh, manning people and crap and whatever quote unquote uh uh brain words.
Mhm. No, I get it. Yeah.
I
So there's
You're
somebody.
seeing
Yeah. There is someone
yeah, there's
there.
someone at the front. There's someone at a front desk, and you
Yeah.
can see a little bit into the back where there are other desks where anyone who is on like desk duty for the day is working. There's probably you probably come in just as someone is being brought in for public intoxication. It is a big giant sailor looking
Uh huh.
tune very gruff, very drunk, and is just being uh moved towards the back to get processed and
Sobered up.
have
Yeah.
a safe place to sit and sober up.
Mhm. That gives me a like just Johan like moving out of the way of like this little peaceful but it's kind of bustling. I would
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So watches the
It's thriving. Thriving
yes
is probably the word for
thriving. Nice. Uh, so he heads over to the front desk and says, excuse me. My name is Johan Klarstein. I'm here to meet Captain Stoneteeth.
it. Oh, don't. Oh, yeah. He said you were coming. He should be right. Go straight down that way to the right. Big, big office doors. You can't miss them.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Then he heads down that way, like dodges a few other people, like moving back and forth through the like the office space, and arrives at the door. Uh, tap tap tap, or knock knock knock.
You hear the glass itself is that semi opaque glass that you can't really see in.
You just see like
You can't
shapes.
fully. Yeah, you can see only shapes, but you see you see a very familiar silhouette, what like rise up. There's almost like a tunish looming sound effect of as as it approaches the door and
Yeah, Johan's ears like perk up. He knows that silhouette.
yep, a shadow falls over you as the door is open and you see a face that now that I think about it, it's been a couple years since you've seen this particular face.
Oh, yeah, and like, did he? Is there a beard? Is there chops? Anything different?
His grays are probably a bit more. His stripes are probably a bit more uh defined with edges of gray. So yeah, maybe a couple gray whiskers here and there.
Oh, yay! Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
And Carter just smiles and and again, running with this gag, Carter speaks in a bestial language where his accent is so thick that most people don't understand. However, Johan, you do, so you get to see the subtitles. You get to see
Yay!
the subtitles
Woo!
of when he speaks,
That's
and
awesome.
and and the first thing Carter says is oh, look how uh well. Last time I saw you, you were no bigger. You were no bigger than a pint, and he will. And he, I think he is going to pick you up very gingerly,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
very very gingerly, and give a. Yeah, he's gonna give you a hug.
Okay. I think Johan's gonna hug him back, but he's gonna use a little bit of that strength from his belt.
Roll, roll a strength.
Yay! Oh, got a 2 on the dice for a 7. Uh, so perhaps I think Johan is still in that like sort of that still trying to figure out where his strength lies. So like he goes in for the big hug and then he's just like, oh wait, what if I crush him? And then he goes, then he's like dials the strength way back. So ends up being maybe a bit of a wimpy hug.
Carter just gives a big a big amused huff. He doesn't say anything, but uh gives a big warm stone teeth hug before placing Johan down, and also gonna give the now much older cub a pat on the head.
Aw, that's so cute. And I think Johan just like reflexively like fixes his mane a little bit after that,
Mm-hmm.
just out of habit. It always happens. Um, and then like take. I assume there's like an extra chair in the office, or is
Yeah. Carter like happily invites Johan in, and yeah, there are like two extra chairs in front of the main captain's desk.
excellent. All right, Johan immediately takes one because it's been a lovely walk and he has a lot more energy, but he still gets a little sore, a little stiff.
Yep.
Um,
You will notice that both chairs have and you know that they're added because they very clearly don't match the chairs themselves, but there's been added cushioning
oh, oh, that is welcome.
in anticipation.
Oh, well, thank you. Uh, well, at first I must well, thank you for seeing me. Um, I really should write you more often. A bit rude of me to only write when I have something, I have need of something. But I have been given a mission, such as it is, to speak to the person who I understand is the mayor of Little Corner. One,
Carter gives Carter gives a nod. I read a little bit in your read a little bit from your letter. You're wanting to talk to him. Shouldn't be an issue. I let him know, so uh he should have a meeting open for
okay.
you in just a little bit.
Ah,
So this is when Carter kind of leans in a little bit and kind of raises an eyebrow at you, like usually people don't ask if something's not happening, and he
mm-hmm,
gives you the look of what's of can you tell him what's happening?
that's fair. I am constantly amused by Johan's low insight roll, so I'm gonna just give it a shot here. Nat 20!
Nat 20.
It's always. Okay, yes, he gets it. He, he understands. I jinxed it the other way. Thank you, Blaze. Um, so yeah, he gets it like having lived with stone teeth, um, and trusting stone teeth, pretty much all his life. Um, he considers it shortly and then explains the situation as it happened uh, over in the O'Valley Manor. Uh, Probably takes a little bit to get through that.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But Carter listens and nods, and I'm gonna roll insight for Carter as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
It's a 17.
A 17. Okay. Um, I mean, it's fair. Like most of the Stone Teeth know Johann, and the Klarsteins, and are it's fairly easy to read like his reactions, his little subtle subtext when he's speaking about things. Um, he's interestingly enough, perhaps you noticed that he's like the darker line art underneath his eyes has lessened somewhat. He seems better rested, more energetic. Um, and when he was speaking about the Raven Lord, specifically as a cousin,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was both happy and apprehensive. One, you assume that there's somebody else who understands what he's going through, but there's someone else who's going understands what he's going through intimately.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Now, real quick breaks just to reiterate, how much of that with the Klarsteins would Carter be privy to? Because I understand
oh,
that
all of it,
knowing more about it.
all of it. The Stone Teeth generally understand what's going on with the curse,
Okay, cool.
and most of them are very tight-lipped about it. They
Yeah.
understand that if things got too out of hand, or if too many people knew that Frulingswald and Marchant Garden itself would be uh, kind of in peril.
So then when Johann mentions about the Raven Lord now being cousin, now being a Klarstein,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely see the shift in Carter's own expression of understanding of what that means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so he explains the animosity that the Raven Lord has with, or had with the Antlered King, and that it now extends to this reformed Ansel King.
Carter, almost in a Toonish fashion, just leans back and just nods, like, "Yup, that sounds about right."
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even surprised. Not even surprised.
And I think Johann like makes a leap of intuition that has has his this has Ansel King have to deal with other uh, old grudges.
Uh, yeah, you can say that.
Hmm.
Wouldn't say old grudges, but
Well,
meh.
it'd be a little alarming if grudges erasures deep kept popping up. But new grudges, that's interesting.
Well, even after Erase Your Kid, you don't fully escape from the things you do in the past, especially with that past.
Hmm. Yeah, Johann, having read up on like the old fairy tales about the Antlered King. Hmm. Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Very lightly.
Extremely lightly. Okay. So, uh, you have
Right.
been working with him.
Yeah, since
How
he came to town.
I would appreciate your insight on his character.
Better than, a lot better than what it was. I would say, if you ask me about him, well, you are asking me about him now. He's a good egg now, but when he first came to town, you could definitely, well, I would not sing his praises
Another
for
case
that.
of putting it lightly.
Yes, another, putting it lightly. How do I put it?
Hmm.
I wasn't there for a lot of whatever plot he was going through, but whatever it was, he's a lot better for it now. That much I can say.
Johan nods and thinks about it.
And as far as I've been able to tell, it's seemed genuine.
And that, I mean, Johan trusts the Stone Teeth. And certainly trusts Carter.
And as far as Johan could tell, I mean, not 20 on insight. Insight, you don't see anything that would even suggest there being a
Like doubt or.
doubt or even some other like influence onto Carter's perception of things,
Mm-hmm. Makes.
magical or otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Well, that's a decided mark in Ansel King's favor. Hmm. Although you just.
Probably as he says that, you hear the door behind you. You hear the door behind you open in a rather loud voice. Just go, "Well, I think he's still an asshole." And Carter just laughs. And Johan, if you turn, there is a short dwarven woman with bright curly red hair and beard walking in with some documents. And Carter just laughs and says, "Yeah, you only say that because he won't give you more funding for for polishing weapons. Not polishing weapons, freaking adding a bit adding listen, it's important that we have things up to date, and that's just one of them." Yeah, sure. And Carter is just gonna stand up from the desk and gesture for Johan. Come on, I'll take you over to him.
Ah, yeah, yeah. This must be Jenka, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I've been barged in like that, but yeah, I'm Jenka, and you are Johan Klarstein, right?
Correct, correct. A pleasure to meet you. I've heard much about you.
Oh, all good things, I hope. And Carter just says, "No, all terrible things. You're a terrible person, and living with you is an absolute chore." And Jenka just laughs at that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and punches Carter in the arm. It does nothing because he is an absolute brick wall of a badger.
He's a brick house. Um, but yeah, like Johan like bows politely to Jenka, and just to hide essentially what to hide like the snickers that they're trying to escape of watching these two interact.
Yeah, it's very much uh couples that ultimate partners working together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very professional, but still very. Oh, hold on, the cat keeps trying to
Oh,
climb onto the computer. No, I love you, but no.
oh, that's so sweet.
Okay,
Which which criminal was it?
it was Cheshire. She likes
Aw.
to lay on top of the the computer tower, even though
Oh,
it's rounded at the top, and I don't know how she's balancing on it.
with determination.
Yeah, oh, determination, right?
Okay. All right.
But Jenka's very nice, and she'll probably be the one to shoot both of you out to go meet to go meet His Majesty of people. And Carter just shakes his head.
Mhm. Gosh, those two are cute. Yeah. So Johan walking alongside Carter.
Hmm.
Um, have there been any changes to the castle? Like further renovations or like as they're approaching?
The Actually, this meeting is not going to be happening in the
Oh,
castle, though.
okay.
Johan, you can't probably during the walk. Uh, Carter probably offers his shoulder to Johan to sit.
Oh, that's really cute. Um, but this is official business. He's going to go on his own 2 feet. He thanks he thanks Carter though.
Carter nods, takes no offense, of course.
Hmm.
Uh, you get to see a little bit more of the town and whatnot. See the hustle and bustle, the thriving, and as you head towards the building, that it's this this is where it's the where all the city government, I guess.
Hmm. Okay, like
Yes, it's the
town
mayor's office.
hall. Which
Town hall. Yeah, town hall.
okay, awesome.
Town hall. It's I mean, it's this is a mainly tune like town, so obviously the building itself is going to be a little bit larger, but for the most part it meshes well with the rest of the town. It is not a glaringly government body that hovers and towers above all. No, it is a piece of the town itself.
Hmm, that's nice.
Hmm.
Mm. Huh.
And yeah, as you go in, so much similar to the guard, much similar to everywhere else. People are busy and they're working. There's a front desk. There is a front desk who, again, as soon as they see you with Carter, they just nod and gestures towards a to a set of, not stairs, to one door that goes down a hallway, uh, to where another there will be another front desk at a pair of double doors, where you see a very happy, chubby cat Toon
Oh,
chatting away on a stone of far speech. But as soon as he sees you, absolute beams, puts the stone away. It's just like, ah, Carter, Carter, there you are. I'm wondering when you get here. And oh, this must be little old Klarstein. Well, hello. My name is Gartho. I'm Ansel's secretary. It's so nice to meet you. Ah,
oh, guten Tag. Extends a hand to shake Garthu.
you are given a full body shake up and down from this cat,
Okay.
which I won't make you roll from it. You realize immediately that this cat is either he is just naturally strong, or this was a tune gag. It could be either one.
Hmm. Hmm. Like his Johan's eyes are going doing when he's set back down, and like
Yeah, yeah.
it does like the little knock to the head to the side of the head to get them to see straight again. And just smiles.
Yep. And he'll go to the double doors, poke his head real quick. Heck, just being like, and Ansel, your 2 o'clock is here now. Shall I let him in? And then you hear from inside a deep rumbling voice. Uh, hmm? Oh, yes, of course. Go. Let them in, Gartho. I will be just a moment. Alrighty then. And Gartho will poke his head back out and hold the door open for you.
Okay. I think Johan takes a moment to like straighten out like stuff. Like if Carter still reads him well, like
Mm-hmm.
despite assurances, Johan is approaching this as though he is entering battle potentially.
Yeah. Before Johan goes in, Carter will give him just like a light tap on the shoulder and ask if Johan wants him to come in with him or just wait outside.
And Johan gives Carter a grateful look. He appreciates the support very much, but this really does seem like something he needs to do on his own.
Carter nods. He'll still be waiting outside for Johan. Should that change?
Danke. And he's gonna step into Mr. King's office. Oh.
Mm-hmm. The door for you, Johan. The air is thick with apprehension.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much that tune. Mid daylight is coming in through the windows on the opposite side of the room from you, showing the long and intimidating shadow of the once antlered king, and you see the crown. The Oh wait, here's a question for you, Bray.
Yes.
Has Johan been shown any memories of the antlered king?
I look at Blaze. Blaze, help. No, not showing anything. Probably got any sort of images from the fairy tales.
Okay, the images from the fairy tales would have been very sharp, very angular, very well, terrifying.
Hmm.
Terrifying. The figure before you that you see, while his shadow is still very much imposing and still very much has a presence within the room. The figure you see before you is not what you would think. Not sharp. There are very much angles to his figure, but for the most part, he seems a very tall, thin old man with very curved antlers above his head that sit very much like a crown would.
Mm-hmm.
And and at the moment when you walk in, it looks like he is just finishing signing off a few papers that are on his desk before he places the quill down, sets the papers to the side, and folds his hand to finally look at you and gives a polite smile and a nod. Hello, Mr. Klarstein, correct?
Yeah. Um, Klarstein gives a very formal bow. Uh, I've come. My name is Johan Klarstein. I am here on behalf of a cousin who cannot make it.
Oh,
Though,
I'm sorry to hear that. Would you would you like to sit? And he gestures to the chairs that are in front of his desk.
I think Johan takes that as an opportunity to approach, but he doesn't quite sit, not just yet.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna roll an insight for Ansel real quick.
okay, I'm gonna do the same for Johan. Yeah, that's more like it. A 9.
A 9.
Yeah, there is a much looming.
That was a 19. That was a sorry, no, 15.
Okay,
15 on mine.
okay, this is a kid. He is very tense and determined and might be reminding you of a little bit of that one time that you got run through with a sword. A little bit.
Mm. So it's something. So he had already gathered it was something serious. But now that he is seeing the young man before him, you definitely have his full attention at this point as you approach. Though with your own insight, you are looking at a former Lich King.
Mm-hmm.
You are looking at someone who has has one who is possibly one of the sole reasons to to the current state of your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and you have no idea what he's going to do.
Yeah. Like, Johan is very busy trying to remind himself that the town that he just walked through is thriving, and that generally is the sign that the administration is not interfering, not being a domineering tyrant. Um, and Blaze, you have something to offer?
For those listening, we've got Blaze in the chat, in the
Mm-hmm.
Discord chat right now, listening in.
Oh, okay. Uh, as he looks at the Antlered King, Blaze is typing. He feels something solid at his back, as if something is looming behind him. It is the strength he was given. Oh, yes. The reassurance. Oh,
Oh,
that's so sweet. Yeah, that's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna make a little, I'll make a wisdom check with advantage. Okay, a 17. That he's able to recall that sense of warmth, of like golden light and safety and togetherness that he received from the Raven Lord. Um, and like he's silent for quite a few seconds. But Ansel, I think, would see that he relaxes, eases slightly, and quite deliberately takes one of the chairs that was offered. Uh, I think.
Carter had Carter had spoken a bit about you. I don't know full details of it, obviously, but from the from the way he had described your letter, it did seem of import, as I understand it.
Yeah.
Though I will say, uh, Sir Klarstein, you are of the first of your name that I have personally interacted with, at least knowingly. So I am not this cousin of yours, whom I am imagining this concerns. I am not quite sure what it is you are wanting of me.
It is a bit of a complicated story. He is not my cousin by blood, shall we say,
Hmm.
but through my name. And
All
he
right.
has a history with you, a personal one.
A, a personal history. That is not something many could easily claim.
I will be frank. He is the Raven Lord.
I'm not going to make you roll insight. Actually, I'm going to make a quick. I am going to make a whiz save at disadvantage.
Oh boy!
Okay, it was a 15 on the first roll. Second roll. That's more like it. That's a 2 on the dice.
Oh boy!
You, up to this point, he has been. He's been the pure and proper sight of professional poise poised and just composure that you have seen, and that as soon as you say the Raven Lord,
Mm-hmm.
it you see his eyes widen, his ears drop, and yeah, with a 2 on the dice, you actually, I can't decide if what you see is fear, guilt, maybe a mixture of the two, pure shock as he just stares at you. And it takes a moment before he just, "What did you say?"
The Raven Lord of the Autumn Court.
"He lives then."
Mm, Johan frowns at that in a manner.
"A manner. Yes, I suppose that would make sense." Ansel takes a very big breath as he makes some attempt to compose himself. Nope, there's a 2 on the dice again.
Mm,
And he raises a hand and actually just like wipes his face for a moment, just goes, "Oh, damn. How much do you know?"
he's going to explain what the Raven Lord told him about their mutual antipathy.
But Johann knows of the war,
The
the
war,
curse,
the curse,
the family,
the family.
the flock.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you describe, the more Ansel just closes his eyes and nods, and you just see his brow furrows, and he takes a moment to kind of just lean his head into his hands are folded. He leans his forehead against them a moment, pinches the bridge of his nose, and takes another deep breath. All right. And what is it that he needs? No, more important. Is, given how much you know, and I need you to be honest with, how would you describe his physical state?
Tragic.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. And he actually stands up and he is a, Johan, you're tall.
5'5".
This
Johan
man
is 5'5", and he's sitting.
this man is looming.
Mm-hmm. Like Johan gets the sense that he isn't in danger of an attack, but it is still extremely intimidating to have Ansel King stand up and
Mm-hmm.
loom.
He looms for a moment, but now he is pacing back and forth behind his desk, hand to his chin as he is thinking. He's and damn, damn it.
The Raven Lord
What?
blames himself for what happened.
No, I know he does. I made sure of it. I had made sure that he would. Damn it. Where is he now? Is he close?
It would be a half day's journey by portal.
Okay, that is some relief, at least. That puts distance between him and he.
Johan's considering if he should divulge any further details regarding his relation to the Raven Lord.
Before you do,
Mm-hmm.
Ansel stops pacing and looks at you, and I will be frank with you. I will be frank with you right now, Sir Klarstein. I I know that he will not wish to see me. This I know. And I imagine if he does, he will wish to tear me apart and likely end my life, whatever good that will do.
But you've come
I
back.
will. I have, under a very odd and convoluted circumstances, I have. But it is not myself for who I fear this moment.
For whom do you fear then?
My family.
Johan nods at that. Just feeling like these two branching paths of people attempting to protect the people that belong, that matter to them.
I now do not take this to mean that I will not provide my aid. There's still the matter of there's still a matter of, well, this I'm given your brief but poignant description, I imagine he is still dealing with this, and he gestures towards his own chest.
Johan just nods succinctly.
Mm. And he will need. He should have been able to get rid of that himself at this. But no, if he is in the state that you say, then he will. Then he will require my. He will require me to remove that.
But he is not in a state where he can ask for it.
No, I imagine not. But, but I am in no mind to make him ask for it, or require being asked. It is aid and apology that is long overdue. Just so long as you understand that I have no intention of being put in a position where I cannot return to my family, or put my family in any position of risk of his anger or wrath towards me. Do you understand?
I do.
Good.
And I can convey those sentiments personally. I can share my memories with him.
Share them, yes, but do not give. I need not tell you this.
There's a rather wry expression that crosses Johan's face. Yeah, no, you don't have to. Well, I am Sorry to ask this so soon after causing you such great distress. You can break the curse on him if he asks for it.
There
But
is no if. There does not require any asking is no requirement. I will remove that curse.
I do not doubt your willingness. The willingness must be from him.
Hmm.
But the manner of your resurrection, given the state of his family, I wanted to ask, is it something that could be recreated?
Possibly.
Johan
But
straightens up a little bit. Oh, sorry.
but
Hmm.
200 years and an erasure have gone by since the passing of his flock. There can be no guarantee, but you know what? He's actually going to let me roll my d10 real quick.
Okay.
He's going to reach into his pocket. Okay. And from his hammer space, he is going to provide a very small little bottle filled with a pure gold liquid that is glowing a bit, and he will place it on the edge of the desk towards you.
Okay. Johan's going to roll Arcana to see if he recognizes what this might be. A 17.
17. You do not. You recognize it as a. You recognize the healing light that any regenerative potion would have, but this one particularly, you would not fully recognize specifics, which luckily you do not need to, as Ansel will say. This is something me and another have concocted. This is a potion of pure restoration. It will heal all physical ailments
Hmm.
and restore the body.
I assume this is
It,
enough for one?
yes, just one. At the very least, it will not remove the curse. But at the very least, it may provide. I would like to say provide ailment, relief to his ailments, or at the very least to be taken as some form of apology, though many are due.
Johan nods and holds out a hand towards the item, hesitantly, just checking to make sure it's okay for him to take it first.
Ansel nods.
And Johan will put that into his hammer space, and I'm going to add
Mm-hmm.
that
You will
to.
note that it is quite pleasantly warm at the touch.
Hmm.
That even just the small glow from it feels healing.
Hmm. I wonder if it reminds Johan a little bit of the horn that he carries in his chest.
A little bit, maybe not to that full degree of power, but very reminiscent.
Okay.
And you are all right. Yes.
Johan tilts his head at that. In From the Raven Lord, you mean?
Hansel nods.
Yeah. The Fae do not harm their own family lightly.
This is true. I only worry, as this is a Fae that has, I imagine up till you, has lost all.
Well, it may reassure you that we've managed to extort each other into self-care. Was that a genuine snort from Ansel?
Yep, genuine snort though. Ansel sighs and, well, I would hope you are doing self-care. Proper self-care in the first place, but I suppose extortion is one of many ways to see it.
Nods wisely. Um, and things a
When
bit. Yes.
there is no road that ends with us not speaking person to person. When that time comes, I would wish for him to know that I fully intend to give both apology and aid wherever it is needed. But it will not come at the expense of my family, my town, or even my own life.
I, for
And I
one,
do
find
not
that
say that.
admirable. There's been far too much life lost.
Hmm, my family has suffered from me taking punishment where it is not needed. I will not have them suffer this punishment either. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I do. I only wish that it would be termed as a reparation rather than a punishment.
We can only hope. Is he eating, at least?
He had an entire tureen of soup.
And if he is still the size that I recall, that makes sense.
Hmm. Though he is much out of practice at eating, we've had to supplement with our memories of flavor. It seems to
Hmm.
be working pretty well.
That is a clever way of going about it, I suppose.
Until he's back in practice of tasting things himself. Um,
I would recommend starting with blander things first.
oh, it was
Speak
hmm,
Speaking as someone who went a time without any food or taste buds, it can be rather jarring to experience flavor again.
remembering the Raven Lord's reaction. Yeah, he can see, Johan can see that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so you two do have far more in common now, I suppose. But allow me to assure you that I would myself wish to arrive at a mutually beneficial resolution.
And that is a comfort to know.
And like Johan considers whether or not he wants to offer his own point of trust because he's really put Ansel on the back heel here. And trust is a lot easier to build if you offer it in turn. Blaze has put something in spoilers.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. I think Johan did mention that the Raven Lord has been thrice cursed. And probably gave a very watered down version of the other curses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, Blaze has input. What is your wisdom, Blaze? Alright, that isn't part of a curse. That was a theft. You know what? Yeah, he is going to mention that, hey, someone uh, managed to worm their way into essentially an archfae's resting place and steal his heart. So I don't know what Ansel would like to is thinking about that, but also Johan.
That is concerning and may possibly complicate things. Though, hmm,
I believe he
and the
does have.
fact that he is Fey also adds a grain of complication.
Yeah.
I would say I have yet to see him or his state, so I cannot speak with certainty, but the potion I gave you, it was able to fully restore my own body, organs and all. So it could be very likely that the potion would be able to restore to him a not the same heart that was taken, but a new heart in its place.
Potentially. Johan?
Or
Hmm?
or it will simply, again, given that he is Fey, it could be very likely it could restore him and leave the space empty until his original heart could be restored to it.
Yeah, that does make sense. Um,
But he is still suffering from the bleeding heart
he
in
is.
his current. Mm.
Johan, the Raven Lord showed him how to share memories. Um, Blaze, what would you if Johan wanted to try and share a memory with Ansel? What do you think he would need to roll? Since that was very much a Raven Lord skill. I don't recall.
Maybe just roll your spellcasting modifier.
Spellcasting modifier. I mean that.
That or just Arcana.
Yeah. Arcana. Okay. Johan is going to attempt to recall his memories of the Raven Lord's condition, physical condition. Okay, that is a 22. Um, yeah. So he. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Blaze. Welcoming Blaze to the recording.
Blaze. Come forth,
There we
Blaze.
go. I forgot to. Yes. Hello. It is
Hello,
me, still a
Blaze.
little bit quiet, but yes. So basically, what happens, Johan, this is your second attempt at this, but with that roll, you basically feel your memories kind of pooling together into just like this bright light in your mind, and then you feel it trickling down until Ansel, you as well see what looks like just a little mote of light in Johan's hand of the memories. Actually, Ansel would probably know that this is an ability that's more of kind of a family thing that could be passed along. So, kind of solidifies, what Johan said about this being a family member.
Johan offers this tiny mote of light to Ansel. If you would like to see for yourself.
Ansel nods. He will move. He will finally walk around the desk, and I think for sake of precaution, he is going to go ahead and sit in the other chair beside Johan and hold out his hand for the memory.
And Johan transfers the memory to him.
Yeah, move the cat again.
Yeah.
It is Johan. You've looked through memories before,
Mm-hmm.
but to feel someone else also there looking at the memory with you, but with much more awareness and precision
Mm-hmm.
of you feel Ansel very aware of the memory, very as he is looking, he is taking in every detail that he is seeing. Both of the place that you remember being in and the Raven Lord himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even gonna make a roll. You do feel within sharing a memory there is a sharing of mind, and the echo of immense fear and guilt and just dismay upon seeing the Raven Lord. But also just studying and taking in the details.
I think Ansel would also be aware of a similar dismay from Johan's perspective, but just an underlying current of just unwavering determination.
A determination that is echoed and shared.
Mm-hmm.
And as the memory fades, and you're both back to sitting in his office, Ansel is taking a breath, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make another roll real quick.
Okay.
Okay. He finally manages to recompose himself. And he nods. All right.
I want to say Johan nods at the same time. Maybe just like a little after effect of sharing a memory, being linked to somebody for a little bit. Um,
Ansel will stand up and go to his desk. He will open a
Whoop!
drawer.
Hold on.
Oh,
There is a yellow alert. 1 sec. Amber alert.
Alert! Alert!
Toonkind Amber Alert. Yeah. We're looking for a bright blue carriage with white horses.
Huh.
Yeah, Amber Alert.
Huh.
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 Huh. There's like like Johan's like I don't think I saw any I don't think I saw any vehicle like that while I was here. Um.
Me neither.
Okay. Aside.
Yeah. Ansel goes to his. Honestly, there's probably just like a break from tension. You just see outside the. You just like hear police whistles and just chasing a cat tune in bright red down the street.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, that's
but then
good.
that passes. Ansel goes to his desk, opens a drawer, looks through a few of the papers before drawing out a blank sheet of paper with gold and not actual gold, but just
Gold leafing.
yeah, just like just something to make the paper look pretty, and he will hand it. Actually, no, he takes 2 sheets and hands them to Johan.
Johan accepts
I
them.
will.
Hmm.
I will see, but I will. These will reach. These will reach me in much faster time than a regular airplane. We need to be, and I will see that things are done on my end so that people know that I am going. But given his current state, we should not delay any more than we need to.
Agreed. The sooner we can provide assistance, provide
Hmm.
relief, the better.
I will be informing my family and the town where and when I will be going. That will rely on you sending those back to me on the when and the where.
I'll send them. I will send these to you as soon as I have spoken to him.
Hmm. If you are able, make sure he takes that potion.
I will do so. And inwardly, Johanna is thinking, if I have to climb into his beak and administer it myself, I will make sure he takes it.
But you will be sharing this memory with him, correct?
I will.
Very well then. As an added measure for both yours and his assurance, Ansel will hold out a hand to you, Johan.
Like handshake style?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Johan takes it.
He holds it not harshly, but with it is a sure and proper grip,
Hmm.
as he says, whatever for whatever comes, I promise thrice I intend no harm to you or yours.
And Johan is looking very intently, trying to memorize every like nuance of Ansel's expression, his voice.
I will not make you roll for it,
Mm-hmm.
as Ansel is not trying to hide it. He is as dead serious as dead serious can be. He means his words very much to his core.
Mm-hmm.
He intends no harm, and he will do what he can to make sure it does not come to that. And to add to that, I will also not accept any. I will not accept any deal or way of which that causes harm to me or my own.
I hear you. And I will relate this to the Raven Lord.
Good. And he doesn't let go immediately. He actually puts his other hand over Johan's paw and just gives a very gentle squeeze. I am sorry. You should not be the one. No one should be the one to be the middleman of this, for lack of a better term.
Were the roles reversed, would you not take this burden on willingly for your own?
Without hesitation.
Then no apology is needed.
Ansel just smiles at that.
And I think Johan smiles back. Like, Ansel King was not at all what Johan was expecting.
Ansel gives Johan's hand one more squeeze before finally letting go. You are a surprisingly very bright and very clever young man, Johan Klarstein.
Johan composes himself for a second while thinking of a response. And I think they would write very different stories of you nowadays, Mr. Ansel King.
I am quite tired of stories. They can save their pen and paper for others more deserving. I think I am more suited for a quiet, uneventful life at this point.
Oh, that sounds lovely. But
have you eaten yet?
Like Johan is like thinks back, and I think Ansel can like see the realization of, oh dear, no, that was yesterday that he ate.
Well, it will be no good to send you off on an empty stomach. And I do believe it's time for. Oh yes, it is time for a meal. I think, especially after that emotional roller coaster. Come along, Ben. Let us get you a proper meal.
Danke. It is a lovely town, Little Corner.
It is. I cannot take all credit for how it has come to be.
No, I agree there. Usually, in my experience, governing tends to be learning when to stay out of the way rather than interfering.
Indeed. Speaking of staying out of the way, Ansel actually looks at the clock against the wall, looks over at the door. Looks over at the door where you can start to hear some commotion happening. You're not quite sure, but it sounds like Gartho is talking very excitedly. And Ansel's just gonna quietly go over and listen for a moment. Then he's just going to lock his door and then go over to a window and open it. Best we go out this way. Gartho tends to be a bit much this time of the day.
Well, I do not doubt that you have your own way down, but if I could offer, roll D10. Not 2D10, just the one, please. Thank you. That's 5. Okay. He takes out his broomstick. It says pom pom to it. And the broomstick starts floating, and Johan hops upside saddle style and offers the well, I guess front or back portion to Ansel.
Ah, yes, that's cool. That's a. It's been a while since I have been on a proper broomstick, and Ansel will happily get on, probably in the back, just so Johan can steer.
Yeah, that's fair. It yeah, it is was a very lovely gift from a friend. Yeah, if Ansel sits up front, Johan's not going to be able to see anything. But well, of course, just tell me where to direct us.
Oh yes. As soon as you're out the window, you're going to go right and then down the street. Oh, we don't have to worry about the street, so I suppose just forward.
Yeah. Okay. Then they go sailing out the window.
Yep.
Oh.
Off to have a decent lunch, and hopefully just talk about nice things.
Yes. Maybe Athena shows up and gives them some flowers. I don't know, but just nice things.
Nice. Yep. But Johan, you now have a single potion of the potion of pure restoration to give to the Raven Lord.
Oh my gosh.
As well as special paper airplanes to communicate back with Ansel.
Making notes. 2 special airplanes specifically for Ansel.
Yep.
And a recorded memory apology.
Yep.
Okay.
Recorded memory apology plus a promise thrice of no intended harm.
Thrice promised, no intended harm. Oh, this was a very tense but also very heartwarming FPS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, Ansel's going to be so tired at the end of this day.
Oh man, jeez. Huh. And Johan's also going to be tired but relieved because he had to anticipate that in that meeting for, I'm gonna say, like a solid week.
Oof, yeah. Boy, go back to the mansion and take a nap.
Oh my gosh, yes. And he has been taking naps on the days off.
Good. Man,
Okay.
Ansel's gonna have to start getting things ready, but yeah.
Oh gosh.
An evaluation of pride.
An evaluation of pride. Oof. Thank you so much for listening. Here and in the future. Love you very much. I'm going to say goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank you. Bye.